Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can I have your attention? Welcome, welcome, welcome to this important and auspicious occasion. My name is Harry Baffardi. I'm supervisor of the town of Rotterdam. That is important for one reason. That's the town that Angelo Santabarbara grew up in. That's the town that he lives in. And that will be the hometown of the next assemblyman from the 111th district. Angelo once told me how much he loved the town of Rotterdam. This November, the town of Rotterdam is going to show Angelo how much we love him. Our first speaker, the mayor of the city of Schenectady, Gary McCarthy.
Thank you, Harry. It's great to be here, to see such a broad base of support. We're seeing some dramatic changes in the representation of the Capital District in the Assembly this year, with a number of retirements and shifts in position. In the Assembly and the state legislature, seniority is a very key component to the relative influence that you have. And I think that we as a community have to step back and look at that, as a region have to step back and look at it. And we want to elect younger, smarter people who are going to be there for a long time and are going to do a great job. And there is nobody that I can think of that could be better suited to that undertaking than Angelo Santabarbara. And I am just so pleased to be here today to support him and to look forward to working with him in this campaign in the next multiple decades in the role of the New York State Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Our next speaker, the dynamic chair of the Schenectady County Legislature, Judy D'Agostino.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It gives me great pleasure to join all of you here this afternoon and to say a few words on behalf of Angelo Santabarbara as he announces his candidacy for the New York State Assembly. We acknowledge all of his many friends and his family, members who took the time out this day to be here for this special, special moment, and who will all be introduced shortly. Schenectady County is the only place Angelo has called home. He graduated from Shellman High School, went on to SUNY at Albany, graduated, and is now a professional engineer working in a local firm within the county. Angelo joined the Schenectady County Legislature in 2007 and was overwhelmingly reelected in 2011. He has successfully represented his constituents in the town of Rotterdam, Duanesburg, and Princetown throughout his whole tenure on the legislature. Angelo is known for his devotion to helping people and love of community. Angelo is no stranger to public service. He is the owner of the Santa Barbara Cheese Company and donates all of his profits to children's charities. He serves on the board of directors of the Autism Society of America and also sponsors scholarships at our local high schools for seniors pursuing a degree in engineering. His passion for our youth and dedication to the causes of our seniors and veterans knows no bounds. We need someone with experience and qualifications to get the job done in Albany. And that person is Angelo Santabarbara. Angelo, on behalf of myself as chair and your colleagues at the county legislature, we offer you our full support, and we look forward to your service of our residents in the New York State Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. To introduce this next person, I feel like I should say something like faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. our Congressman Paul Tonko.
Thank you, Supervisor Baffardi. It is a pleasure to join with all of you here at Proctor's Theater. And so much so because we'll talk about the investment that we've made in a lot of the infrastructure of the 105th when I represented it. You know, I care a lot about the Assembly District. I've worked a long time with the Assembly District, in fact, for such a while that I remember when the 111th was the 105th. So it's good to be with everybody today. And I'll just take a quick sampling out there. Who's the next Assemblyman? Angelo. I can't hear you. Angelo. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Listen, the investment made by the Assembly majority in Proctor's Theater, the investment made by the Assembly majority when I had the good fortune to serve there in the science and tech job growth of this region was powerful. The investment in our schools was powerful by the Assembly majority. The investment into our hospital and healthcare systems was done by the Assembly majority in grand fashion. And the list goes on and on. Quality of life is expressed by the cultural aspects, like the theater. Quality of life by waterfront development, marketing our community for jobs, using the toolkit to make certain that all the tools are there at our reach, at our disposal. And what I like, as an engineer, I was able to get a lot of things done by working with the majority in the State Assembly and working in a bipartisan way, bicameral way, within the entire legislature. We have an engineer looking to be the next Assembly member for the 111th District. We have an engineer who's been an outstanding professional, an engineer who's been an outstanding legislator here in Schenectady County, an engineer who is a devoted dad and a devoted husband, who has worked very hard for certain causes that speak to the quality of life, the dignity of life for his family. We have an individual who cares about this community, that sees the investment of his work time, volunteer time, going well beyond himself, stretching into community, making certain that it's community that we're developing. Here is a community activist. Here is an engineer well-trained in science and technology. We are one of the fastest growing regions in the country for high-tech, clean energy, innovation jobs. We need someone technically savvy to carry on with the lobbying and the advocacy and the public policy and the resource networking in Albany. That person is none other than Angelo Santabarbara. I want you to welcome the next Assembly member, Angelo Santabarbara, for the 111th. Thank you. Angelo. Angelo. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. It's great to see so many people come out, all my friends, all my supporters, my family. This really means a lot to me. I want to thank Congressman Paul Tonko for those kind words. If we can have another round of applause for Congressman Paul Tonko. Chairwoman D'Agostino, Supervisor Baffardi, our Mayor Gary McCarthy. Thank you. I want to give special thanks for my family for being here today. My wife Jennifer and my two kids, Michael and Mariana, my brother, both my parents are here. They join me as we embark. They join me for this announcement as we embark on a new journey together. And I really appreciate you all being here. I could not do this without your support. It's been an honor serving as a Schenectady County legislator. Over the years, we've been able to work really hard to help improve quality of life for our residents. And now, as I stand here, I'm honored to be the Democratic candidate for the New York State Assembly's 111th District.
All right.
Thank you. I look forward to calling on my experience as a county legislator. That experience that's been so successful working together. I want to help bring the same kind of experience to our state legislature as we have in our county legislature. As a lifelong resident of this area, I'm committed to helping our families, and I will continue to devote myself to that cause. The success we've had at the county legislature comes from working together, and that's what we want to bring to our state legislature. I want to talk a little bit about my family. Like many families, they came to America seeking a better life here in Schenectady. They found that opportunity to give my brother and myself a better life while we were growing up. They worked extremely hard to make sure we had the best life possible. My father worked at General Electric, not far from here. My mother worked at Sunnyview Hospital just up the road. And they did it all while raising 2 children. They taught me that hard work was the pathway to opportunity. And because of their hard work, I was able to go to college. I served proudly in our nation's military and dedicated myself to public service as a county legislator, and I've been involved with many various charitable causes. I was married here about 12 years ago, and I'm proudly raising my 2 children where I grew up in Schenectady County. And as a father of 2, I know that the work we do to repair our economy, stimulate job growth, and relieve the tax burden on the middle class is vital to securing the future of the next generation. I understand the issues that we face together as a community, and I will keep fighting for our families in the state legislature. I stand here ready to be your voice in Albany. Your voice is the voice that will find real solutions to real problems that face our state. And job number 1 is jobs. As a county legislator, I've seen what can happen when people put aside their differences and work together to make government work for and with the people. Here in Schenectady County, we fought to bring millions of dollars of new private investment, and with that came good-paying jobs for our communities. We worked hard to energize our county's economic development engine. Where we once saw crumbling buildings and vacant lots, we now see centers for manufacturing and small business all around us. We brought a more efficient county government by restructuring and streamlining the way we operate. But most importantly, we've been able to do that and still deliver for the people. We've had tax cuts 4 out of the last 6 years. And because I understand the burden middle-class families are forced to shoulder, I'm proud to say that I have never once voted to increase your property taxes. Thank you. I want our state government to be just as responsive, to work for our residents, to find solutions that can stand the test of time. And it can be done because we've done it right here in Schenectady County. And now it's time to do it in Albany. We need a representative in Albany to work hard for this area and fight for our families. And I'm ready to do that for the people of the 111th Assembly District. We need someone to say no to unfunded mandates, mandates that hurt our local property taxpayers. State mandates should either be paid by the state or not exist at all. As a county legislator, it's been an honor to represent the people of Schenectady County. It's been an honor to be their voice in our county government. And I'm ready to give the people of this assembly district a strong voice in our state government. As a county legislator, economic development, job creation, and lowering taxes have been my top priority. As a state legislator, they will continue to be my top priority. Thank you. Today, I stand before you to be a new voice in Albany for a new district, one that will bring ideas that we have proven to be successful right here in Schenectady County. As New York moves forward, we'll be faced with many challenges, but together we can ensure a brighter future for ourselves, for our children, and for our grandchildren. As many of you know, you've heard Congressman Tonko's an engineer, and I'm an engineer as well. And one thing engineers like to do is solve problems. If you send me to Albany in November, I will work hard to solve the problems facing this state. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Angelo, for the undertaking, and thank you all for coming out today.